Monterey County is kicking off National Breastfeeding Week as families, community members, and local vendors gather on East Alice South Street for the 18th annual Breastfeeding Walk and Health Fair. Dan, Aaron, this levee right here, which is usually filled with encampments and tents with homeless, is now looking pretty clear, and this could be a reflection of efforts from local organizations and advocates addressing and preventing homelessness. Santa Cruz County has seen a 20% drop in homeless thanks to recent numbers. For the first time since the arrest of Martin Mendoza, Marissa DiNapoli's family speaking out. On Monday, just a day after Mendoza was taken into custody for the murder of 18-year-old Marissa DiNapoli, students, teachers, and families are finding ways to lift each other up. At Central High School, grief counselors are on hand, ready to listen, ready to help. Well, it looks like instead of breakup songs in Taylor Swift's future, it's going to be more like marriage songs. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially engaged. The celebrity couple announced their engagement in a joint Instagram post this morning. It includes several photos of the engagement, including a nice photo of Swift's ring. The Eugene man has been found dead in Ashland after a nearly 2-month-long search. On Saturday, February 7th, the body of 60-year-old Damon Lee Patry was found by a hiker near the Cascades to Siskiyou National Monument in rural Ashland. The cause of death remains unknown as the Jackson County Sheriff's Office awaits official autopsy and toxicology report. On the Health Watch tonight, doctors at Salinas Valley Healthcare are doing a relatively new heart procedure that repairs valves from the right side of the heart. Tom Ament was the first patient here locally to get it done, and he's already feeling better. President Trump is taking aim at the Federal Reserve again, this time trying to oust a board member. That board member, Lisa Cook, is hitting back with a lawsuit of her own. It's an unprecedented showdown with big questions about how far a president can go. Action News 8 reporter Christopher Salas has the details. The outreach centers in Eugene mean a lot to people who use their services. Last week in South Eugene, the community center known as the Lavender Network opened its new location. Reporter Max Regal gives us. Now this is quite a story. A kitten just 7 weeks old snuck inside a car in Sacramento. The car's owner didn't realize until she heard meowing coming from underneath the vehicle. By that point, she was back home in Santa Cruz, well over 100 miles away. The kitten was still alive. Action News 8 reporter Zoe Hunt spoke to the team that rescued the kitten. The Eugene City Council has officially declared a humanitarian crisis in response to recent federal immigration actions. City leaders say new federal policies have sharply increased the number of asylum seekers in the community without providing the resources needed to support them. The man arrested for the 1991 cold case murders in Prunedale was found guilty today. 85-year-old Ira Bastian found guilty of the murder of his employer, George Smith, and Smith's mother-in-law. Prosecutors say the murders were found committed while Bastian was committing a burglary. Welcome back to Oregon News. There was a very special guest at Matthew Knight Arena on Saturday during the University of Oregon's men's basketball game. Rong Neo, better known as Red Panda, brought her famous acrobatic performance to Matthew Knight Arena. Red Panda balances on an 8-foot unicycle while catching and stacking multiple ceramic bowls on her head. Dan, Aaron, with the mix of construction and car week, people are seeing some major delays. Some are saying that it's some of the worst traffic they've ever seen.
And I've experienced the traffic myself whenever construction was here, and it's bad. It gets bad.
The first phase of construction on the roundabout coming down Laurelis Grade started in July, just a few weeks shy of Car Week. Work has been paused for Car Week, but the temporary lights have remained. What would normally take 5 minutes from Meg's gas station to the stoplight is taking significantly longer.
It takes us from here to the stop like 5 minutes, and it was like over 30 plus 40 minute, wait just to get to the stop sign or to the light, which is insane.
The county says they had to start before Car Week to try and get more of the project done before the winter.
That timeline would now be shifted that many more months after Car Week started, and would potentially push this construction phase out into next summer. And that was something we were trying to avoid.
The county also saying that Car Week has always been an event incorporated into construction planning.
We had asked the community of different events we need to be mindful of and a stoppage of work. This was one of those that we had contemplated during the early design phases of this project.
Meg's employees say that traffic was backed up all the way to Escaline Road on Monday. They felt like there were several factors that should have delayed construction. For example, school being back in session.
It's starting school week, so it gets even more chaotic, which is crazy. But like they're doing the work, I get it. But they should have probably waited at least until like September.
I think they should have waited actually, yeah, because I mean, not only that, I mean, my daughter rides the bus, so it takes extra just because of the light and all the traffic and stuff to get to school and back.
In Carmel Valley, I'm Ashley Davidson, KSBW Action News 8.